Like, can you take us through your progression when you're getting ready to kick? What's going through your mind? And do you have a ritual?
Yeah, I do. 3 steps back, 2 over. I try to just simplify everything. You just take your target line, take your steps, get them over, take a deep breath, give your nod, and go out there and just execute.
Talk about the rapport with your group.
Yeah, I had some work with SOT before we even were both coming here. Worked in there with camps before. And, you get an operation. SOT is a very good holder, and Milk is a very good snapper. We worked together all summer, getting lots of reps. Preparation builds confidence, and so we've just been putting in the work, and it's paying off.
You've got a lot of experience. You come in here. What have you learned from
Coach Mason? Coach Mason, he is a scheme guy. He has all kinds of stuff, but he is always on me about, establishing and mastering your routine. He wants us to write it out. I've read it out before. He's honest about mastering that routine, and when you're so locked in on your routine, then none of the other stuff matters.
How exciting is it being the new guy to see the guys kind of celebrate around you when you make a big field goal practice?
Yeah, those are moments that you sign up the kicker to be a part of. You'd love to go out there and execute, and especially today, when you get the guys out of a tempo period. Those feel good, but you'll have an opportunity to go out there and execute on those unless the other guys do your job. And you just keep putting in work, and just be able to go out there and do your job and execute.
The kicker can be the most popular guy in the locker room and also the loneliest guy in the locker room. How do you handle the pressure, especially taking a step to a program like Notre Dame?
I feel like I've seen both sides of it, and that's a chip on my shoulder. I've been doubted for my size and my whole entire life. And I see that as a chip on my shoulder, and I use that. When you are on the high side of it, you just got to keep it rolling, stay confident. Just go out and just have that, use that chip. Go out there and just have the confidence in yourself to know that you're going to go out there and do your job every single time, despite any of the circumstances.
Coach Mason told us 53 yards is kind of the max that he has that they might give you a shot depending on the weather. Do you have a higher number in your head that you think you can hit?
Anytime they put me on the field, I feel like I am, more than able to execute and make the kick. Yes, I've hit, 35-yard line, which is a 53-yarder. I've hit, I think, 2 or 3 of those in practice now. I hit a 54 in spring ball. I've hit it back to 56 in practice. None of that stuff necessarily matters, but anytime I'm on the field, I feel like I can make a kick.
Coach Mason talked about visualization. Let's take us into visualizing. Are you visualizing Ohio State? What does that look like?
Yeah, I've just kind of another tool in your toolbox, really. I've used that since I was, a sophomore. Pre-game as you're in the locker room, just kind of getting a feel for the stadium, getting a feel for what it looks like. Going through reps in your head, and also in the practice deal before practice today, as I knew I was building up to it, just a little, it doesn't take long, just a little deal, go through your routine, go through and just see the ball fly through. You don't have to make anything overcomplicated or this big deal, but when you see it, it's in your head. It's like when you go out there and have seen it through and go in your head, it's a lot more easy. It's easier to go through and execute.
When they turn the noise up and try to put you in that moment, does that actually work against you, or how do you feel when that happens?
No, when you're really into it, your ears just kind of turn off. It is loud. It's gonna be loud. I've kicked it loud before. It's like I said earlier, you're talking with Mace. You master your routine and you're locked in and do your job. And the rest of the stuff just kind of tunes itself out.
Are you in a master's program?
I actually already have my master's. I got my MBA down there in, 4.5 years, I think. So I got my master's, got here, and after going through the season last year and finishing that master's program, I decided to not necessarily pursue a degree. Also getting here in January is a little tougher just to jump into a program. So I am in a master's degree program, but just trying to take classes instead.
You mentioned 56 yards. Has that been your longest one out here so far?
Yeah. Every day, you could go out here every single day and just see how far you can get. But the longest kick Notre Dame's had in the last 5 years is 52, 54 or something like that. So if you just go out there and treat every kick the same, no matter where it's at, you're preparing yourself.
In terms of working with a new long snapper and holder, Michael and John, How long did it take you to get some timing down with those guys, especially John being a new arrival?
Yeah, it takes reps. That's what the summer's for. You know, and you go through those reps, and you know, the more reps you do, the more preparation you have, the more confidence you're going to have. So I have complete trust in those guys. Every time we go on the field, you know, it's not even a thought, not even crosses my mind that anything is going to be wrong there. And so, you know, when those guys are doing their job, like they do every single time, we'll be all right.
I know we saw in practice Marcus Freeman standing right next to you. And did he ice you on the first one? Is
Yeah,
that part of
he
the deal?
blew the whistle and called an ice right as I was about to kick it. So I'm not sure if the snap would have been off or not. But you know, I made that one and I went out and did it again. So you know, they can ice me if they want, but I'm gonna get it done.
How good did it feel to make that second one? I mean, he was like right here.
Oh yeah, he was right there, and I felt it a little bit, you know, just because he's actually right there. But you know, all those guys mobbed you. I mean, I think Mary's like picked me up. You know, doing that team breakdown. All those guys, you know, it's hard to, you know, everybody's just coming at you, you know, but that's also why you sign up to be a kicker. You know, those opportunities, and it feels good to go out there and do it for the guys.
Blake, can I ask John this? Kicking is an art or a science? And you watch the Weather Channel to find out what the weather conditions are?
You know, we have a feeling going to the game. You know, if it's gonna be rain, you know, rainy that Saturday, we're working on wet ball drills. You know, it's an element. There ain't no avoiding it. So you know, like today was windy. They could have very easily flipped around and put me with the wind, but you know, they didn't make it easy on me today. So yeah, you pay attention to it, but you don't let it affect you. You just, you know, mold the way you're gonna be that day and get it done.
Art or science?
Art.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.